Well, and I think part of the reason that Jacob might have expected that is because when I'm building technology in my universes, I tend to not go, way beyond the lines, because I have this thing about trying to write what I know something about. Okay, I mean, I don't know anybody who's actually been a starship captain. Okay, so that's kind of, but in terms of I think I understand history. I think I understand human motivations. I think I understand politics. I think I understand military tactics and that area. But I don't really understand astrophysics or multidimensional math or that kind of thing. Okay, that's not my area. And as somebody who doesn't want to incorporate a glaring error into a story. I don't want to incorporate a glaring error, first because it costs you credit with your readership, but also because I try to be an honest craftsman, and an honest craftsman doesn't throw in stuff that he doesn't have a clue as to whether or not it's going to work. Okay. I just, like I say, it's been a really fruitful partnership, and one that I am very, very glad that I invited Jacob to participate in.
I'm glad you invited me too. One of the there's some very interesting conversations that come up kind of along these lines, and we were dealing with the rewrite for Valkyrie, and in particular the first scene, and there's some background stuff that David needed to happen for certain emotional impact in the new first chapter to take place. And I'm like, I don't know about this, David. And we went back and forth, and it kind of came to the conclusion that, okay, David, this particular part of the multiverse is going to need 7 spatial dimensions in order to make all this work. As long as you're fine with that.
I don't have to, Matt. You do it. We're good.
As long as you're okay with that, I'll make it work.
And it did. Okay, okay. One of the things that happens when you have a collaboration, which is a partnership, and not a you go write it and I'll put my name on it kind of thing. Okay. Is that the partners have different takes on how to solve problems as they come along. And it's just like what's most important in the storyline is what the characters can't do. Okay, when you come to a point where your partner is saying like, okay, this is going to make this problem down the road. And you say, oh. And you say, well, what if we do this, this, and this? And they say, well, that'll take care of that problem and this problem, but not that problem. Okay. You work out a much more nuanced, broadly based solution to the problem than either of you would with just like, I need a quick fix here, boom, and I'm gone. Because you have to sort of, the best creative sessions of all happen when, and this is going to sound strange, but they happen when one of you has to defend a concept to the other one. Okay? Because when that happens, you have to more thoroughly explore the concept yourself. And you may find out that your partner was right and it was a bad idea. Okay? Jacob finds that out more than me, of course. But I have had that experience with Jacob too. But the thing is that not only do you sometimes figure out, well, we shouldn't have gone there after all, but the other thing is that in explaining it to your partner, you have to grapple with it a lot more thoroughly than you did the first time through.
One of the and this was actually a very minor problem that came up during the detailed design work of the Valkyrie Protocol, where the Clio and TTVs in general, they're pretty big ships. I mean, the Clio is the size of a modern-day naval destroyer. And so...
or missile cruiser. I mean, they're
And David was concerned about, how to keep something like this hidden and wanted to, one of your ideas was to have part of the vessel be out of phase with reality, and so the footprint of it would be actually much, much smaller. And so I'm on the sidelines here thinking about this. Okay, we're going to have a doctor of history and his companions traveling around in a time machine that's bigger on the inside. We cannot do this.
Sure we can.
It's like here, let me have that metamaterial shroud.
I think
there.
I think that would probably work. It might be hard to find an investor who'd back the concept, But okay. But one of the problems that you get into also, although he's right, the solution we came up with, I think, is much better. And when I say we, actually, Jacob is the one who designed it, mainly because he was not going to let me have that trans-dimensional time machine. But
I felt pretty strongly about that one.
I can disguise it as a toll booth. It's not
I know that's part of the problem.
That'd be really cool. But what the heck? The solution to the problem then got entered into the toolbox for both cans and can'ts down the road. Mm-hmm. And that, as you build a storyline in an artificial universe, every single book, it's kind of like a coral reef growing. You're adding
it has to build
new
on
stuff onto it. Yeah, and you're gonna have your core underlying platform, which may not change a whole lot, but you're constantly, if nothing else, filling in for the reader around the edges as people interact with that technology and with its abilities and its problems, its flaws. And one of the things that is really important to maintaining continuity in a series, I speak as someone who has written one or two series, is keeping track